going to give our attention now to Brother Feka. He'll be giving the number 3 talk this evening, and he'll be discussing with us this theme, what the scriptures say about honoring the elderly. Brother Feka.
It was the summer of 2003. Thousands died all across Europe due to one of the worst heat waves to hit the continent in over 60 years. Most of the dead were elderly. Some had been left alone by relatives who went away on vacation. Still, others reportedly were neglected or overlooked by overworked hospital and nursing home staff. A French newspaper reported that in Paris alone, 450 dead bodies of the elderly were left unclaimed. And what kind of conditions are we living in that we forget about our fathers, mothers, grandparents? Asked the paper about the situation of those who died alone and anonymous. Is that how the scriptures tell us to treat older ones? No. Our Creator has a deep interest in the elderly and values them dearly. In fact, His Word, the Bible, gives us examples to follow on how they are to be treated. Let's see what we can learn from Joseph and Jesus. Joseph hadn't seen his family in almost 20 years, yet he spared no expense in bringing his elderly father to Egypt, saving the 130-year-old Jacob from a widespread famine. On catching sight of his father for the first time in more than 2 decades, notice what Joseph did. Let's read Genesis 46:29. Let's read Genesis 46:29. And it reads, Then Joseph had his chariot made ready and went up to meet Israel his father at Goshen. When he appeared to him, he at once fell upon his neck and gave way to tears upon his neck again and again. Did you see how Joseph cared for his father? Long before treating the elderly with compassion and deep respect that gained the law among the Israelites, Joseph reflected God's view by doing so. He set an example we should all follow. How did Jesus set an example for us? Jesus himself showed concern for the elderly. At Matthew 15:3-9, he strongly condemned religious leaders who thought it was okay to neglect their aging parents due to religious traditions. Jesus also lovingly cared for his own mother. Let's open up our Bible to John 19:26 and 27 to see how Jesus set an example for us. Again, that is John chapter 19, verses 26 and 27. And it reads, Therefore Jesus, seeing his mother and the disciple whom he loved standing by, he said to his mother, Woman, see your son. Next he said to the disciple, See your mother. And from that hour on, the disciple took her to his own home. Jesus was suffering excruciating pain on the torture stake, yet he made sure that his aging mother would be cared for by his beloved Apostle John. We need to imitate him. These are just 2 good examples for us to follow. All who want to please Jehovah must strive to honor the elderly, including our parents. Ephesians counsels us to honor your father and your mother, that it may go well with you and you may endure a long time of the earth. Though it is not always easy to honor and care for the elderly, the Bible tells us doing so brings rich rewards.
Nice job, Brother Feka. That was certainly worthy of a nice applause there, too. So I'm assuming that was your first number 3 talk. Got a lot of records, so I can't keep track of everybody. Well, that was outstanding for your very first number 3 talk. You can see why we ask our students to go through, those first 12 or 13 counsel points first. Fluency, accurate reading, good visual contact with the audience, because you need to have a certain level of confidence to be able to come up here at the age of 11 or